All right, it is story time, my friends. So today, November 18th, marks 14 years since I was hit by a car that was going about 55 miles an hour while riding my bicycle down the coastal highway in California. And I'm going to share a brief overview of the story because some of y'all haven't heard it. And if you saw my little post I made a few days ago with like the clips of my life, that was really a pivotal moment because I had a full-blown near-death experience. So to get into the story briefly, I was biking across America with a group of friends that I made at Penn State University. We formed a group called the Cultural Recyclists, and we were exploring sustainability as we biked all the way from the East Coast to the West Coast, which we successfully did. It took us about 5.5 months. And it was like the greatest adventure of my entire life. I mean, every single day was like 50 miles of biking through back roads of America, meeting new people every single day, new experiences. So like just the number of new stimuli we were having every day was astronomical. So it felt like a whole lifetime went by over this 5.5 month journey up until, so we reached the coast of Oregon. We even like dunked our tires in the ocean, and it was amazing. I mean, I could go on for hours just about this bike trip, but our goal is to make it to San Francisco. And so we're chugging down the coastline from Oregon all the way to San Francisco. We were literally 150 miles from San Francisco. And as a side note, we strapped on these kitty litter buckets to our bicycles to hold our gear. So I had these bright yellow Tidy Cat kitty litter buckets to hold my sleeping bag, my food, etc. And so one morning, you know, we stayed in like a health food store. Like we stayed in the most random places. Sometimes we'd camp out, but we were staying in like a health food storage facility that we just met them at the health food store, and they're like, yeah, you 6 bikers can camp out, because we picked up riders along the way. Shout out Angel, aka Jacob, who I'm still connected with. He was there in the pantry with us. Anyways, that morning we start biking. It's just like a regular day. It was actually kind of weather like this, kind of overcast, and we were just cruising along the highway doing my thing. I think I was beatboxing or something, and just out of nowhere, it just all faded to black. Like everything just boom, done. And I just had this like realization, like, holy shit, this is the end of my life. Like it was just like you're just walking along and then everything just blacks out. And so what ended up happening was the car hit the back left kitty litter bucket of my bike. It exploded. I fell off to the right. As you can see in the video that I posted, there's like some pictures. My bike landed like 50 feet down the highway, maybe more than that. And so the joke that I just figured out like a few years ago is that the kitty litter bucket literally saved my life. Haha. Anyways, it really did. I mean, it took the brunt of the impact. I fell off to the side, and then my bike went like 50, 60 feet down the road. And so then all I remember is like fading into this ocean of just peaceful white light. And I was like, wow, I'm dying. Like, holy shit. I didn't expect this to come so young. I was only 19 at the time. But sure enough, after like chilling in this blissful state for a few moments, I opened my eyes. I felt totally paralyzed, but I could look down at my toes, and I was like, oh shit, I think I could still wiggle my toes. But everything was happening in slow motion. My friend Charlie, who you can see in the picture, he ran over to me, and it was like just in the movies, like everything was in slow motion. I was just like, holy shit, this is the end of my life. And I literally said to him, put all my money into buying people Eckhart Tolle books, because to this day, I still love Eckhart Tolle, and his book, Power of Now, was like a huge awakening for me. So the only thought that I could make sense of in that moment of thinking I was going to die, I said, please tell everyone I love them, and then put all my money into buying people Eckhart Tolle books. That was like my dying wish. But sure enough, I looked down at my toes. I could still wiggle them. And I was like, holy shit, maybe I'm going to survive. I was already into meditation at this time in my life. And so I was like, okay, got to send good energy throughout my body, just positive thinking. And so Eventually my friends came over to me, and they were like shocked, but I was like, hey guys, chill out, just send me good energy. Meanwhile, I was basically paralyzed. Like, I didn't feel like I could move my back at all. And also my helmet definitely saved my life. My helmet basically cracked in half because when I got hit, I must have done like a front flip. So wear your fucking helmets if you're riding a bicycle, y'all. But anyways, eventually the ambulance came and I realized I was gonna survive, and I was just like, holy shit, I did not expect this to happen. And by the time the ambulance got there, they were like trying to cut off my pants because I had my knee all scraped up. And they were asking me, they were like, son, what is your chief complaint? Like, what is hurting you the most? And I was like, the fact that my book hasn't been published yet is hurting me the most. And they're like, son, we need you to be serious. But at that point, I was writing my poetry book, which is The Journey of Awakening, which some of y'all have seen. So I was just cracking jokes at that point. But long story short, it was completely miracle that I survived. I only have this one battle scar. I had to get my knee stitched up. But it was a miracle that I didn't have any broken bones. And I just felt like I got this second chance at life. Like, a car going 55 miles an hour easily could have killed me. And so I just had like this newfound gratitude for just the simplest things. I mean, I had to like slowly build up my strength. And that was when I first got into yoga back in 2010. And it was just this journey of being so fucking grateful every day that I get to wake up. And that's the message that I want to pass on to you all, is like, we really don't know how much time we have on this planet, and to encourage myself and all of us to kind of like push to the side the stuff that doesn't feel like it matters, the petty stuff. Like, my friends were having like a petty argument that morning, and when I almost died, they were kind of like, holy shit, like, we gotta like tell people we love them. We gotta like be in the moment, living life to the fullest. And that's really been what I've tried to do for the last 14 years. I've gotten off course here and there, but it's like these wake up calls, like, literally slap us in the face and are like, yo, life is happening. Like, get with the program, stop distracting yourself, and take action on your goals and your dreams. So that's the story I wanted to share today on this 14-year anniversary.